My name is Josh Tremblay. I'm a postdoctoral fellow and I study cardiovascular and environmental physiology. So cardiovascular refers to our heart and our arteries, so how our blood is pumped through our system. And we study this because cardiovascular disease is the #1 cause of death worldwide. Now, environmental physiology, it focuses on any external stressors that we need to adapt to. Heat, cold, low levels of oxygen, so high altitude, and how our bodies acclimatize or adapt to it. To kind of merge my two interests of cardiovascular and environmental physiology, I've started to look a lot at how our blood vessels are affected through acclimatization, adaptation to high altitude. Over 85 million people live at high altitude. High altitude tourism is thriving, and so I think it's important to understand both successful adaptation, unsuccessful adaptation, and we're still in the early stages of that for high altitude research. Oftentimes it's not realistic to simulate high altitude in the lab. It's much more relevant or realistic to study it in the field, to actually go to the mountains. My big work right now is organizing a trip to Ethiopia in November, December. That's kind of the last group of high altitude populations that we have to study. They haven't been studied very much. It's a hard population to study just logistically. We think that that group has been at high altitude the longest, or at least kind of in and out of high altitude the longest. And so they would theoretically be the best adapted. They've had the longest time for natural rural selection to work its way. The Killam postdoc funding is my salary. so it's really important, because if I didn't have it, I wouldn't be getting paid. So with this Killam funding, I can really explore these fascinating ideas and focus full-time on research, which I'm very grateful for.